to another video. This is your host, Dave. So before I begin, I just want to clarify that this is New 52 Superman and the effects on him regarding about magic. Now we all know that in DC, Superman is always effective by magic. He is vulnerable to it. And there is a misconception that if Superman faces a being that is magical or any weapon that is magical, that Superman will lose the fight. And I just want to present some evidence regarding about him being resistant to it, because there's a lot of feats, and the feats I'm going to present is no in particular order. There are some of them throughout that there are just well hidden that needs a little bit more context to explain. But for the most part, there's some other last two that I want to explain, or at least the very last feat, that explains a lot of Superman's resistance to magic and to what level he is. So that being said, we're going to go over the first feats. Now, this is the beginning of Superman. The very first issues of Superman of New 52 when it came out. This is the very first issue, Superman 1. Not regarding the Superman 0, Superman 1. In this very first issue, Superman is found combating an enemy that is made out of fire. Now, when Superman was encountering a billboard, if you could see in the context on the bottom right corner, you could see that Superman is saying that this fire is not being set on fire. It was actually, the billboard was actually becoming fire. So there's a lot of transmutation effects going on with this enemy that Superman is encountering. And within the next panel, Superman has been taking hits. Several hits protecting the building. And about 2 issues afterwards, within the same series, a good portion of the city was turned into ice. It was turned into ice, and Superman was in the very middle of that storm. You could see within the x-ray that Superman was looking, and even the bones of the human beings that were unfortunately there became ice. And Superman is standing and withering that storm unaffected. And this is the very beginning of Superman's run, New 52 Superman. And he is already showing resistance to transmutation. He doesn't turn into fire nor into ice. And I know this is not magical, but this is also could fall under that same category because it has the same properties and similarities of what magic could do. Another feat would include when Superman was being possessed and his mind wasn't fully there, was able to break free from Wonder Woman's lasso of truth, and within that same comic was shot by a magical bullet and Superman was still able to catch it. Another occasion would be when Superman tanked a huge force of energy that is magical at base, and it was stated that no force in the universe could withstand. And it's such a vague statement. It's like, what force is it referring to? Because there's a lot of forces out there in the universe, but there's no force in the universe that could withstand. Superman tanks it, although yes, it KOs him, but it does not render him powerless. And Superman was able to stand up after that and continue fighting. Other feats include Superman, and this is a young Superman, by the way. In this issue, there is a magical source of energy that basically is not bound by the laws of man, and it warps reality. And a young New 52 Superman takes that energy to the face. And this is a series of Batman and Superman New 52 comics. This is one of the very first issues that it was published. And already Superman's having reality warping resistance to magic. There's other occasions where Superman resisted spiritual magical beings. Initially, it KO'd the entire Justice League, but Superman was the first one on the second encounter to actually resist it. So there's a lot of feats out there that Superman has proven that magic, Superman is able to resist it. So we got feats that Superman is resistant to transmutation, to energy that could warp reality, that breaks the law of man and God. We also have direct magical energy source that Superman is tanking. But there's another interesting one that I really want to talk about regarding about when Superman and Deathstroke fought with each other, and Deathstroke used a very interesting weapon called the God Killer. Now, this weapon is very, very unique because, one, it adapts to the situation or the enemy. It can change into all sorts of things, from weapons to even wrapping around Superman like a rope. But the interesting thing is that Superman was able to tank hits from it and even break free. Break free from a magical based weapon. Now, I'm going to jump a little bit more on a different approach on another feat that correlates with what Superman did here. Everybody remembers the time when Superman was backhanded by Apollo, and Superman took a massive dip into the Hephaestus Forge. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm butchering his name for sure. Hephaestus Forge, and literally took a dip in there. Now, this is Superman that came out of there and was completely pissed. He was, well, damped in this energy or this magical lava, whatever it is, and it completely defeated Apollo by throwing him through the mountain and up in the skies. Now here's the interesting part. That forge is only capable of creating weapons that can phase in and out of dimensions, according to Hephaestus. It says it can exist in multiple dimensions. Now, I don't understand the context if we're talking about a higher plane of reality or it's just a pocket dimension that he's referring to. But you can see that this is a very, very powerful weapon that only a few were created from. Superman tank hits from it and was able to break free from it. Well, that being said, now this is to show New 52 Superman is very resistant against magic. Just because he's going to face someone that has magic will not necessarily mean that they have an upper hand in battle, because Superman has shown that he could defeat enemies or fight against enemies that has either magical properties or reality bending energy, whatever the source. Superman has been able to just tank it and go on forward. He showed resistance to it. It doesn't necessarily mean that he will win all the time, of course not, because he's been defeated before. But magic does not guarantee a win against New 52 Superman. Well, that being said, guys, I am going to end it here. Like I said, I didn't want to spend that much time regarding about magic because, yeah, a lot of people say, oh, if we bring magic, then Superman is going to be easy to beat. But I just wanted to demonstrate that this is not the case. So now the next video I'll be looking forward to, and it's been a while. It's been a while. I've done a video too. Now I'm a married man. I'm very happy because a lot of the time with me spending was making sure that there's a ceremony done, making sure that the wedding. So a lot of my time was gone. But now that all of that is done, the honeymoon is over. I have time with my hands, and I am able to do a little bit more of my hobbies than I had before. So, guys, thank you so much for waiting. I am looking forward into more debunks. I was bored out of my mind today, and I found some good videos to debunk. So, I hope you guys are looking forward to it. I need to take a look and take an account of if there's any more mid feats that I need to show. And once that happens, we're very close to the mid feats. As I said before, we're very close to it, and we'll get through it. Okay, guys? Well, that being said, guys, thank you much for watching. Until next time.